that how to evaluate our right business plan, because more or less we are working on the right idea. We think that we would like to work on an idea, but we need to figure it out that why this idea is good. And more or less maximum time we are observing that we are not able to really take that right steps. हम decide नहीं कर पाते. So decision लेने से पहले कहीं ना कहीं तो हमें उसको structure करने की जरूरत है. We need to really structure and really pen down or document everything in a precise. It's more like that you are trying to investigate anything what from the scratch to a end level. Then only you will get all the micro level factors of each and everything. So simply consider that you are trying to diagnose, or you are trying to really get into the micro level to diagnose or to investigate either this product or this idea is really good for you. So first level is to understand from few factors. So if you simply think from from a thinking perspective that okay, I will just think about it, either my strategy is good or my market size is good, it will not work. You have to frame that right structure to really pen down and make a stages to understand and monitor either today what I'm thinking is correct. Tomorrow, once I have done some activity or some action on that, either I'm evolving towards positive or something is going wrong. So this is a simple format. At least on the first basic level, you can start to work on. So if you're working on idea or you're working on something, if you believe that tomorrow I would like to make it a big, so think from this perspective that these are the few factors which is required to really question either this product or this concept or this idea is good or not. First, strategic alignment. So you have to question from your perspective, not from the other or all other factors, that how you are compatible and what kind of a strategic alignments you have with your own idea. So you can give your own scoring basis on your own understanding, but at least you need to question yourself and at least put that number will help you to understand that where exactly you stand. And maximum, I remember that my son just completed his 10th exam on 23rd. So every exam prior to exam, when we will question him that either your preparation is 100% done, he will always say, "Sir, I'm completely done. Mera sab kuch ho gaya hai." And when he will come from the exams also, he will also say, "Exam bahut acha tha, sab kuch easy tha. I have done everything." But when the paper is in hand and one by one, question by question, when you are questioning him, iska kya answer hua? हाँ यार गलत हो गया, यहाँ सही हो गया. So unless you are not getting into question by question, and if you are not getting into micro level, you will not find the clear result that either it is really good or a compatible idea for your business model. So plus question first, the first thing that either you really strategically aligned and you have that compatibility with your idea, and score yourself that either you can give from 10 or maybe 5. Here we have just considered for an example that out of 5, how much you want to give. Then the market size. Market size is something where you can reach. Means it's nothing like that I will go global. Currently at the first stage, how much you can really achieve. Market growth and a forecasting. That in case if you believe that whatever strengths you have, what kind of a caliber you have, whatever the resources you have, based on that, if you continue, how you can really take it to the next level. Wow factors, because you know much better, but once you will start conveying your idea, your concept to your loved ones or to your friend circle, to your business circle, definitely you will get that sense either this is really giving that right wow factor or that right value to your concept. So if it is coming clear, then you can rate it. Technology, feasibility. Many times I was working on last 4 or 5 years back, I was working on a very interesting subject. But after investing my 3 months, I realized that technically it is not feasible because I was depending on a lot of others third party algorithms, and I'm dependent on their expectation, their APIs and their system process. So it is a dependent product. So obviously after 3 months, after all have hard effort, still we scrap the idea because we have checked that it is not really feasible. If we will invest money, there is all possibility may for a short time period we'll make money, but after some time, if that third person is going to change something or if he's blocking my all growth, then definitely my business is in completely risk. So technical feasibility, manufacturing if it is applicable to you, delivery feasibility, delivery, then competitive advantage. So in nutshell, you can change the criterias or you can really make your own terms, but at least pen down and defined a stages that maybe today at first level when you are working on your idea, at stage one, what do you think from your own perspective where you stand? Then maybe if you have taken some action after some period, you are given some time to yourself that after 3 weeks I will revisit and again check either my this whole program is evolving, I'm moving further, or I'm not stable there only. This chart will help you to understand, because you have to question yourself if you're really serious about your business plan that I'm at least taking. Someone was like few weeks back I was discussing with one of my old colleague from my corporate time, and one this point came that he has mentioned in his meeting 3 times, I don't give up here, I'm definitely going to do this, I don't want to really give up on this. But this was all he was discussing from last 13 years. So if you are dragging your decisions, if you are not even taking any action on it, if you are not even attempting on your action, and still if you keep giving and pacifying yourself that I will not give up on this, it's more than more worse than a give up. Because at least if you attempt, and if something is not happening, there is still chance that you can at least make a plan B, or at least uh, close the chapter and start something fresh. But if you got dragged yourself or you got trapped with that, nothing is worse than that. So question yourself, give a defined time, and at least give 3 4 stages and understand either you are evolving, or either you got stagnant somewhere. So that is something need to be on a first level to screen yourself. Second stage, there is two important stages. One is the on a front end, you can call it, and one is the back end. The front end is something on the strategic level, because you need to prepare, make your all readiness to really go on an execution level. You can make a chart and start questioning yourself that what exactly on a preparation level I'm working on, and how I'm going to execute it, and for execution that what all resources I have. Now you can, if you can take this kind of a template, these are all templates made by and basis on the experiences. You can create your own templates also, that's not a problem. Templates can be created as per the requirement. I'll request someone, there is some mic open which is disturbing everyone. वसंत कुमार जी, I'll request please आपका mic बंद कर लें. Okay, so if you are working on this, अगर आप इसके ऊपर काम कर रहे हो, तो जैसे मैंने बोला कि just consider कि आप एक कोई है ना murder mystery solve कर रहे हो. It's more like an investigation. आपने murder mystery या फिर ये जो है ना investigation वाली serials आप देखते हो, CID हो गया या है ना crime drama हो गया, यू विल रियलाइज दैट जब भी कोई इन्वेस्टिगेटर किसी चीज को इन्वेस्टिगेट कर रहा होता है, या फिर वो उसकी है ना उसको जानने की जरूरत होती है कि कहाँ मैं उसको पहुंचना चाहता हूँ या कैसे आइडेंटिफाई करना चाहता हूँ, दे विल ऑलवेज स्टार्ट फ्रॉम द ओरिजिन, बिल्कुल बेसिक कोर पे जाएंगे. And the good investigator is nothing but he will get into the micro level to understand layer by layer कि कहाँ क्या चूक हुई थी, कहाँ क्या गैप है. That is the only way they can really figure it out. The best way to identify where is the gap, where is the loss, where is the problem, where is the opportunity. So आपको भी वही करना पड़ेगा. Accordingly, you have to make your all right milestones कि मुझे मेरे business की क्या क्या opportunities हैं, क्या क्या right ना information मैं first level पे लेके आ सकता हूँ. Like I have given some example. In case if you are working on an opportunity on the front level, so milestone क्या क्या होंगे कि business strategy मेरी ready है, कंज्यूमर्स और कस्टमर और कंज्यूमर के बेनिफिट और उसके जो प्रायोरिटीज हैं वो मैंने प्रॉपर्ली सेट किया, यूजर प्रोफाइल्स बना लिया है, यूजर जर्नी बना ली है, मार्केट ट्रेंड्स एंड इनसाइट्स आई हैव विद मी, टेक्नोलॉजी इज रिक्वायर्ड to really structure my all business is ready with me. So if you can pen down that what all opportunity you have with you or what all you require, you can pen down and you can question yourself, ये मेरे milestones है, and within this time frame I would like to complete it, right? That's your phase. Second, early concept कि concept complete, मैंने concept node बना लिया है, मैंने उसको validate कर लिया है, strategic alignment मुझे पता है, business potential, early IP assessment. So a lot of factors, it is all going to depend on the case to case basis. आपके business model के साथ में vary करेगा, but these are the right structure to really question yourself. And since you are an entrepreneur and since you are a self employed, है ना, हम उसको कहते हैं self employed है. Reason being because you are the one who is going to report to yourself. और कोई क्वेश्चन करने नहीं वाला है आपको, आपको खुद को क्वेश्चन करना है. एंड इफ यू आर वर्किंग समवेयर, इफ यू आर वर्किंग एज अ मैनेजर, यू विल रियली रिलेटेड कि जब तक आप अपने एम्प्लॉय से सही तरीके से रिपोर्टिंग नहीं लेते हो, उसको रिजल्ट्स कभी नहीं मिलेंगे। इफ देयर इज अ मैनेजर एंड इफ यू आर वर्किंग अंडर हिम, और अगर आपको फ्री हैंड्स दे दिया जाए, सो डेफिनेटली यू विल नेवर परफॉर्म, बिकॉज कोई पूछने नहीं वाला है, कोई टारगेट्स नहीं मिले हैं, कोई कोई रिजल्ट्स की कोई एक्सपेक्टेशन नहीं है। यू विल वर्क लाइक अ सरकारी कंपनी, चलता रहेगा। सो सिमिलरली इफ यू आर नॉट गिविंग दैट राइट फ्रेम ऑफ वर्क टू योरसेल्फ, तो ऑब्वियस है ना फ्रंट एंड बनेगा ना बैक एंड बनेगा, और आपका कहीं पे भी कोई चीजें डेवलप नहीं हो पाएगी। So define that right front end and back end for your own self, that मेरी opportunities क्या हैं, मेरे concepts clear हैं या नहीं है, मेरी business case develop हो चुकी है, मैंने validations के लिए क्या क्या किया है। I will suggest that once your product or something is ready, every your action need to be get validated by the right people, and at least you should have a very specific people in your circle, that for a technology, who are the right people to whom I can go and get validation done. For concept verification, where I can go and clarify the one. For technology, I should have someone. So if you will define कि मुझे मेरे business model को validate करने के लिए कौन और कितने लोगों के पास जाना पड़ेगा, that will add lot of confidence, and at the same time that will help you to take your final good decisions also. Because more the better you will, more the right decisions you will take, more the good chances that you will make your achievements on the right time. Otherwise, जितनी गलतियां करेंगे उतने आपके चांसेस ड्रॉप होंगे, और उतनी ज्यादा आप उससे एग्जॉस्ट होके बाहर निकलने की कोशिश करेंगे। तो फर्स्ट डिफाइन योर माइलस्टोन्स, सेकंड डिसाइड योर राइट डिसीजंस, एंड देन मेक योर राइट गेट्स, दैट मुझे ये स्टेजेस क्रॉस करने पड़ेंगे विद द टाइम फ्रेम। दैट्स समथिंग यू नीड टू प्रिपेयर। एंड इफ यू फील लाइक कि मैं सिर्फ सोच के कर लूंगा, लाइफ टाइम में कभी नहीं होगा। इवन इफ यू सी द ओल्ड बुक्स मेथड ऑल्सो, लोग है ना, वो बनाते थे, चोपड़ा बनाते थे, बुक्स में लिखते थे। सो राइटिंग स्किल्स और ड्राफ्टिंग स्किल्स इज द की इन एनी action where you need to draft, because when you are writing you will think from a micro level. When you will write, you acknowledge it, and at the same time you have some reference recorded somewhere to go back and see and check that either you have done a right actions, and at what time you have taken actions, and when the right decisions has given right results to you. So make this kind of a chart on the front end, back end, definitely it will help. And third important stage, to define your execution framework. अब तीन स्टेजेस में इसको आप बांट सकते हो। वन इज द मैनेजमेंट एंड कम्युनिकेशन स्टेज, सेकेंड इज द गवर्नेंस और इवैल्यूएशन स्टेज, एंड थर्ड इज योर मॉनिटरिंग प्रोग्राम एंड प्रोजेक्ट मैनेजमेंट। The first stage in first stage you will more think about your strategy and your current state, that currently what I have, what kind of a strategy, because today when you are starting something other than anything else, you only have a good strategy, nothing else. But question yourself that whatever you are thinking, that is only coming from your perspective, or you got validation done from all the right people. And at the current state, right, rather than thinking कि मैं कुछ बहुत ही dramatic, कुछ बहुत बड़ा vision बना लूंगा, because more or less when I'm discussing with the people, when we are doing a conversation, maximum time 60 to 70% they are talking about very a future which may sounds like that कि होगा भी कि नहीं होगा, which is completely hypothetical. Rather, it's better to discuss that currently I have this much in my pocket, this is my capacity, this is my appetite, at least I can do on this condition. And to achieve that first stage, what is the strategy I have, what kind of a good strategy. So question to whom you are going, in case if you are going for a validation also, rather than questioning कि सर मुझे फंडिंग कब मिलेगा, सर मेरी बिजनेस ग्रोथ कब होगी, सर मेरा बिजनेस में प्रॉफिट कब होगा, you should question him that this is something, a first milestone I would like to achieve, and to achieve this milestone, what should be the right strategy, what all resources I should be required, either my current resources are good enough, and if I take this action, can I achieve my first milestone. That's the right approach to go for a right validation. Otherwise, sir मुझे कुछ नहीं पता, मुझे सब पता है, if you are going with this approach, तो सामने वाले के पास शेयर करने के लिए बचा ही क्या है। आप तो खुद ही बोल रहे हो कि मैं तो बहुत तुर्रम खा हूं, मुझे सब पता है, मुझे कुछ नहीं पता, मुझे सीधा बोलो कि सॉल्यूशन कब मिलेगा। So in that way you will never get any kind of a solution. If you want to learn, go with complete blank slate, put your questions rightly and ask that ki what he can contribute to. Similarly, in the second stage, first stage पे अपने strategy और current status को define किया, second that future state क्या हो सकता है, क्या probabilities बन सकती है, और उसका road map क्या होगा, that you can define very precisely. अब इसे अगर आप इसको कॉलम्स में डाल के अगर बना लोगे, You can make your Excel sheet also, you can make a Word file also, you can make similar like a PPT file also. I will share this all templates with you guys, और हमारे प्रोग्राम में भी है ऑलरेडी, वहां से भी डाउनलोड कर सकते हो. So just download this and start working on it कि हाँ मैं frame by frame, stage by stage questioning myself. You should at least sit with yourself every day and give you at least half an hour to question yourself that what exactly I am doing on my this whole project, what exactly I have moved further. आज मैंने जो किया है कल उससे ज्यादा बेहतर कुछ करूंगा, या उससे कुछ मैं और वर्स्ट करूंगा, या फिर वहीं पे रुका हुआ हूँ. अगर आप महीनों से रुके हुए हैं, कहीं ना कहीं कुछ गलत है, then you can simply question yourself that either it is not possible at this stage from my own self, I need more support, I need more people to really guide on this. Then it's more like you got stagnant, so you need right people or right push from the other people. So go to the people and ask for that push. ऐसा कुछ नहीं है कि ये गिव अप करने वाली सिचुएशन है, ये सिंपल है. वी आर ऑल ह्यूमन बींग्स, और बहुत नेचुरल है कि अगर आपको रास्ते नहीं मिलते हैं और आपके सामने 4 रास्ते हैं, एंड इफ यू आर नॉट एबल टू मेक अ डिसीजन, देन दैट इज मच ऑब्वियस कि आप वहीं पे खड़े रहोगे और सोचते रहोगे कहाँ जाओ. इन दैट सिचुएशन यू वांट समवन टू रियली कम एंड एटलीस्ट गिव यू अ पुश कि बॉस यहाँ इस रास्ते में निकल जाओ. नो मैटर दैट रोड इज गुड और बैड, और वो सही भी है या गलत है वो सेकेंडरी है. बिकॉज if you get the right people who can handhold you and give the right direction, because it's all depend on you that आपने क्या क्वेश्चन पूछा है कि आपको कहाँ पहुंचना है. अगर आप बोलोगे कि सर मुझे 50 करोड़ की फंडिंग चाहिए, तो ऑब्वियस है कि 50 करोड़ की फंडिंग का ही रास्ता दिखाया जाएगा. बट अगर आपकी एपेटाइट सिर्फ 2 करोड़ की ही है, तो ऑब्वियसली आप रास्ता भटक गए, आप गलत प्लान बना रहे हो, गलत लोगों के पास जा रहे हो. सो इट इज ऑल कॉम्बिनेशन, बट एटलीस्ट यू आर मूविंग समवेयर. अगर आप किसी एक रास्ते पर निकल पड़े तो कहीं तो पहुंचोगे, रादर एक जगह पे रुक जाए. एंड थर्ड मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट स्टेज इज दैट हाउ यू आर इम्प्लीमेंटिंग इट एंड व्हाट काइंड ऑफ मॉनिटरिंग मेथड्स एंड मैकेनिज्म यू हैव. किसी भी बिजनेस में प्लानिंग, प्रिपरेशन, then execution and monitoring something is very important. I got heavy dents on my own businesses because पहला business शुरू हुआ, suddenly in the second year we got a growth of 380%. Third year again it was great because it was crossed more than 300%. तो बड़ा अच्छा चल रहा है. So we got casual about it and then we have lost the track because तीसरे साल के बाद में we got funding also and we have really expand our business also. We were all doing great, everything was doing well, but only thing which was left, monitoring, because we have got casual. हमको लगा monitoring करने की जरूरत ही नहीं है क्योंकि हम तो 300% grow कर रहे हैं, and that was a big dent. And fourth year was a disaster because we got into debts, we got a minus figures, और तब realize हुआ we did everything great, sales सही था, execution सही था, but monitoring miss कर गए, और monitor नहीं करने की वजह से बहुत सारे फैक्टर्स को हमने निग्लेक्ट कर दिया और वहां पे लॉसेस जरूर हुए. सो यू हैव टू रियली फ्रेम दैट इन अ राइट फ्रेम, क्योंकि हर एक्शन में जरूरत है, ईदर इट इज अ फर्स्ट स्टेज और अ फाइनल स्टेज. इन एवरी स्टेज यू कैनॉट स्किप प्लानिंग, प्रिपरेशन, एग्जीक्यूशन एंड मॉनिटरिंग. अगर कहीं पे भी हुआ, आज जैसे स्पोर्ट्स पीपल है टिल टुडे, लाइक एवरी स्पोर्ट्स पर्सन, ईदर इट इज अ रोनाल्डो or Virat Kohli or anyone, those who are into game, till today, every day they follow the same routine. They still go through the same process. Still they question themselves. Still they go to the same training program. They are evolving on a daily basis. That doesn't mean that कि मैंने 10 साल खेल लिया तो अब मैं relax कर सकता हूँ. Similarly, in the business, every day is a new day. Every month is a new challenge, and you have to keep evolving yourself. And there has to be a clear monitoring on it. So, guys, these are the 3 frames. You have to question yourself on the monitoring, and first on the conceptual level, make a stages and keep questioning कि मैं जो कर रहा हूँ evolve हो रहा हूँ stage by stage. Second, prepare your plan that either I'm preparing and giving a right frame of that all things कि मेरे milestones defined है, मेरे decisions defined है, और मुझे पता है कि ये stages मुझे cover करने हैं, but with the timelines. If you are losing your timelines, you have to question yourself. I simply believe कि अगर आप ड्रैग कर रहे हो, ट्रैप हो चुके हो, then it is the best option. Go to the right people, go to someone to whom you know कि ये इस सेगमेंट में सबसे बेहतर है, उनसे बात करो, आंसर्स निकालो, एंड एटलीस्ट मूव. गलत जाना फिर भी ठीक है, क्योंकि एटलीस्ट वंस यू विल मूव नेक्स्ट, आप किसी गलत रास्ते चले भी गए तो आपको पता है कि वहां से वापस आ सकते हो. ऑब्वियसली यू हैव टू टेक अ कैलकुलेटिव रिस्क. आपको सोचना पड़ेगा कि उससे मुझे कितना बड़ा डेंट मिल सकता है, बट एट द अर्ली स्टेजेस यू हैव दैट एपेटाइट, आप गलत कर सकते हो और बिना गलतियां किए आप उस सॉल्यूशंस तक पहुंच भी नहीं पाओगे। तो वो स्टेज से गुजरना जरूरी है। सो टेक दैट चांसेस एंड देन क्वेश्चन योरसेल्फ कि आप इवॉल्व हो रहे हो, स्टैग्नेंट हो चुके हो, या फिर कहीं आगे बढ़ ही नहीं रहे। अगर आप कह रहे हो मैं गिव अप नहीं करता हूँ, सो क्वेश्चन योरसेल्फ कितने साल हो गए इस बात को कि मैंने गिव अप नहीं किया है। ओके, इफ इट has been already crossed 6 months, 1 year, that means you have already given up mentally, somewhere you have not taken that step or that decision to move next. तो आपको हेल्प की जरूरत है, that help is required to push and ensure that कि आप उसके बाद में नेक्स्ट स्टेप ले। Right guys, that is something is I would like everyone to work on। आपके पास टेम्पलेट्स है, just make a small diary, take a printout of such this task। 3 4 6 है ना स्लाइड्स रहेंगी, बट आप जितना लिखोगे उतने आपको ज्यादा से ज्यादा अपने आप एक्सप्लोरेशन मिलेगा कि मैं क्या कर सकता हूँ क्या नहीं। एंड बिलीव मी, once you will start working on this excite ना all this excitement exercises, you will realize that कि चीजें अपने आप मूव करने लग जाएंगी, अपने आप आपको रियलाइज होगा कि कहाँ मैं मिस कर रहा था। ऐसा होता है। ओके, great। So if you have any questions on this, we will take one by one। जी, yes sir, anyone here would like to question anything related to this or anyone anything else? No questions, everyone is happy, everyone is successful। See, ये बहुत आसान है ये कहना, बट जितना मैं कह रहा हूँ उतना सिंपल भी है। बट अनफॉर्चुनेटली जैसे जैसे हम लोग थोड़े से बाय एज वी ग्रो, वी स्टार्ट कैरिंग दैट ईगो विद आवरसेल्फ। हमें वो ईगो आ जाता है। आज मुझे अगर कोई कहे कि आपको रोज आपके टास्क लिस्ट बना के लिखना है, then obviously if someone else will say, tell me, then definitely it will pinch me। but if you decide by yourself, it will not pinch you। and you yourself as a responsible person, or maybe as a leader position or as a leader person, you can define your own right strategy which will work for you। आपको अपनी define करनी पड़ेगी कि मेरे लिए क्या suitable है। मैं morning में करता हूँ, evening में करता हूँ, that's all your choice। the only simple question is either you are really documenting everything in a right records and you are taking actions on each and everything what you are thinking about। otherwise तो फिर है ना ये we have a very बड़ा लिमिटेड लाइफ साइकिल है। इफ यू सिंपली कैलकुलेट इसको परसेंटेज और मैथमेटिक्स की कैलकुलेशन में देख लो आप, सो मोर और लेस है ना पीपल नॉर्मली वर्क टिल 60s, है ना 60 तक कहते हैं कि रिटायरमेंट हो जाना चाहिए। सो 20 years तो हमने एजुकेशन में निकाल दिया, बच्चे 40 साल, 40 साल में फिर आप अगर कैलकुलेट करोगे, अगर आपने 1 साल भी निकाला तो 1 साल आपका 4% होता है, correct? So if you are losing maybe 2 3 4 5 years, then you can question yourself that how much, even if you are losing 4%, that is 10% of your life। so if you are losing 10% and you're still happy, then it is something which you are not going to achieve। so आपको सीखने के लिए भी समय चाहिए, आपको प्रिपेयर करने के लिए भी समय चाहिए, आपको एग्जीक्यूट करने के लिए भी समय चाहिए। बट डोंट ओनली थिंक अबाउट वेरी है ना अनएक्सपेक्टेड थॉट थिंग्स कि ये हो जाएगा। बेटर है उसको स्मॉल स्मॉल माइलस्टोन्स को ब्रेक कर दीजिए, छोटे छोटे सेंस ऑफ अचीवमेंट्स के साथ में ज्यादा बेहतर रिजल्ट्स निकल के आएंगे। and that will give you a joy, you will enjoy this whole journey। at the same time you will realize your mistakes। if the journey is small and a shorter, your steps are small, you will get more chances to correct yourself। because if the small journeys if you are working on chota chota steps rahega na, so every step if you have a monitoring mechanism, then every stage if you are monitoring it, the chances of correction, chances of making it better will be much higher। बड़े बड़े स्केल्स में इसीलिए ज्यादातर पीपल दोज आर रियली गेटिंग ह्यूज डेंट्स, इवन है ना मैं खुद भी उससे गुजर चुका हूँ। बिकॉज इन केस इफ यू आर टेकिंग अ वेरी लॉन्ग काइंड ऑफ अ टारगेट विथ योरसेल्फ, और आप 6 6 महीने के बाद उसको मॉनिटर कर रहे हो एंड यू आर गिविंग योरसेल्फ दैट चांस, देन ऑब्वियसली आपको वो चांस मिलेगा ही नहीं कि आप करेक्शंस कर पाओ। even when I was used to work with Whirlpool, in fact this was introduced by me only in first now, because Whirlpool mein revenue generation for the service is something something is new, because being a US organization, they don't consider service as a cost center, Rest other companies, maximum companies are considering service as a cost center. But this company, Whirlpool, is considering as a revenue point, revenue center. There, they used to give target. So I was the first person who has achieved more than 1,000% target achieved in the region of West region. So there are so many processes got involved into that, which was still a good practices been followed by them. So बहुत सारी चीजें हैं जो आपको सिर्फ माइक्रो मैनेजमेंट से ही मिल जाए, small management से मिल जाए. Even in Gujarat, the first Whirlpool Experience Center has been designed and established by me. वो आज भी वहाँ पे function करता है. That was the first center which, because in Gujarat we used to keep all the dented units or unutilized products, those who are not been in the trend, we used to keep it in go down. So we suggested that rather than keeping in a go down in the 30-40 kilometers away from the city, it's better to make a one shop where people can come and experience it. And it has turned into a great business idea. And from there, they have converted that into a sales center. So now today they are making a huge sales out of that center. It's a almost 7,000 square foot experience center. So that was the first center been built in Gujarat, and now they have more than, I think, 60-70 across planet. So small things can really make big changes. That's what I'd suggest. But pen down everything. Likhte jao will definitely help. Great, sir. Any question? If you have any question related to this or anything else, we can take a questions. Anything related to that. Bataye, sir.
Hi, Praful sir.
Hi.
Yes, currently I'm trying to budget for the startup I'm going to open. I think what you have shared, it is very essential. What I'm trying to do when I'm trying to budget, it is going so deep and so minuscule inside. Small things are adding up to all the stages, all the buckets, all the milestones I'm trying to achieve, or all the forecast I'm trying to achieve. I have done this before in a different way. I was basically opening new restaurants, and so I have done this planning and due diligence beforehand. But this is something interesting. But few of the terms, like I'm getting confused with, like how to get those terms in my head, and
like any example.
The first slide, for example, you shared, and there was this
that stage wise, yeah. So concept screening. So see, today maybe
concept of screening.
Yeah. So since how long you are working on this concept now?
Since it's been 7 months, I've been working. I have done the prototype.
See, so in case if you want to present a report card of your 7 months, then how you will justify that from 7 months? Either you got evolved, either you really worked on each and every parameters, or if I ask you to score yourself. So if on the first day when you started your business, what was the resources you started with? What kind of a strategy you was with? Now consider if you break down your all 7 months into 3 or 4 pieces. So maybe you can define that first month I was rating myself 10. After 2 months, if I will evaluate on the same parameters, I'm rating myself 15. So you will realize that either I'm really progressing somewhere or I got stagnant somewhere.
Okay, so it's a due diligence for my own self.
Absolutely.
And it has to be honest to understand where I'm standing.
Correct, because you are reporting to yourself. So see, self-employment and the business is the biggest problem. That since we are not reporting to anyone, we are not answerable to anyone. We are tend to take that all casual consideration for ourselves for granted. We feel like, okay, if it is not happening this month, we will take it next. But consider if you are working with some other company today. There are so many simple tasks. If the same task will be given by your manager or from your company, and if they will push you to get this done in a one single month, you will do it by 100% sure. I can guarantee you that. Because I work with Koreans, so I know that which was sounding impossible. We used to complete that in much prior what they used to give timelines to us. So it is all practically possible, and we need that push.
I think Korean companies like your Samsung, they work in a concept of Six Sigma, where there is 0% 0.006% of chances of faults. So that is the
See,
system we need to incorporate and make our businesses into if we want to make it into an investable startup. Thank you very much, and that's it for.
and that questioning is very important. And if you'll not document it, definitely there will be a very casual approach. So the way you are expecting, so I always say that if you consider yourself an employee of your own company, then you are answerable to the board. Consider you are taking a two position, sit on the one chair as a boss, sit on the other side as an employee, and question yourself. You will get your all answers. Okay. Thank you. Thank you for the day, and I'll see you again.